If there's one thing that you must learn at the Hammond organ is how to play chords properly. So in this video, I want to show you how you can play chords at the organ so they actually sounds like a pro. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the Hammond organ, all the techniques and the foundation, you must check out my new course I just released. There's more information at onlinerocklessons.com. Amazing, so for this tutorial, I'm going to be using the 1-6-4-5 chord progression in C major. To keep it very simple here, it's gonna give us C major, C, E, and G, A minor, A, C, and E, F major, F, A, and C, and G major, G, B, and D. Alright, I want to show you two different options so you can tell me which one you like best. So option 1 is, and option 2 is. I bet that you just picked number 2. And you know why? It's because using the chords like this are actually creating inner melody and it sounds so much better. But you know what? It's extremely simple what I changed between option 1 and 2, so I'm going to show you right now what you have to do. So you probably realized that option 1 was only using the root position for the chords. So it was C, A minor, F, and G. Doing that is actually making us jump from one chord to another, and that creates a gap between two chords. That's not what we really want to have when we play a pad. Now let's take a look at option 2. So in option 2, I did two very specific things. The first thing is I was using chord inversion. So instead of jumping from root chord position every time, I was looking for the notes of the chord as closer as possible from where I'm at actually. So if it's C major, I want to go to A minor, I just have to move one note. The G is going to A. Just like that. And then if I go to F, I just need to move the E to the F. So that is actually much better, so you don't have to jump between the chords. And then going to G major, well, you actually have to move a little bit more because there's no common note here. So F going to G, we're going right here, but you need to pick the chord inversion that is closer to where you're at. So let's recap. So we said C, A minor, F major, and G major. Even now it sounds better. But I did another thing here. I'm holding the common note that I have from one chord to another. And that is possible because, you know what? The sound on the Hammond organ never ends. And that is something that we don't have on the piano. So this is why we don't have to replay each chord every time you're playing it. You can just hold the common notes. So C to A, we're just moving one note. To F, just one note here. And for the G, we can actually use our left hand to create a slide to help us create this connection between the chords so there's no gap in the music. If you want, you don't have to use the slide on the left hand. You could actually just use the proper fingering. So it creates a better movement between the two chords. But if you want, you can actually use the slide. So let's recap. We said chord inversion, holding the notes, and using the left hand to create slides. So just right now, already you can hear that it's completely different from option 1. It already sounds much better and the way it's supposed to. Now I want to add one more tip that you can actually do, and it's really cool if you want to add some notes around your pads here. So let me explain. We could go like this, and we could also use the octaves here to create more melody in your accompaniment. So what I did is going from the F, I added the top, that is actually the C, the 5th of the chord, to create this melody going from C to B. And it's so pretty, it adds a lot more to your accompaniment. So let me show you what you could actually do if I add a little bit more to it. So we have How cool is that? So it's a few things that you can add to your chord that makes the whole difference. And it truly changes the way you play paths and you play chords on the Hammond organ. So if you want to practice this, the best way to do this is just to pick a chord progression just like I did, and just to figure out what are the chord inversion, how you can hold the common notes and move around like that. And whenever you're ready, you can even try on real songs and do exactly the same thing. You'll see it's gonna make the whole difference in your accompaniment. Amazing! Let me know what you think in the comment below. Feel free to let me know if there's any requests that you would like to learn, and I'll see you in the next video.